Good morning, guys. Welcome to this installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to try to fix the sunroof issue on the Aztek. As I have explained in a couple of the previous vlogs, I had a really bizarre situation over maybe the last month or so. I don't know. That's what was when I noticed it. But there was water dripping out of the sunroof button up here from the ceiling. So I know that the drains are probably clogged up on the Aztek's sunroof assembly. So that's what we're going to try to do today, is try to clear them out. Yeah, hopefully this is going to go okay. I started doing it a couple of days ago. Just to kind of get a sneak peek at what we were doing, and so far it doesn't seem too terrible, but you know, we'll see what happens as time goes on with this. But I kind of got this corner of the headliner disassembled, so I kind of peeled it back. I found one of the hoses. I can see one of the hoses from that angle, from the passenger side, and the hose is attached, so that's good. And yeah, now we just have to, I'm going to undo this side so that way we can maybe bring it down a little more evenly and get to things a little bit better. I don't think there's a drain on this side at all of this particular sunroof assembly. I think there's just a drain in the front corner over here, and there should be a drain at the back corner also. That's what the schematic from the GM dealer showed me. So I couldn't really find anything online about this particular vehicle, so I went to the GM dealer and they printed me up the schematic for an 01 Aztek sunroof, and I'll show it to you guys so you can kind of see a little bit more of what we're dealing with here. Okay, so here's the schematic of the sunroof. You can see right here, that's just the trim molding around the sunroof. There's the button and the button molding. 14 is the molding, 15 is the button, and then 16 is, I think, the thing that keeps the sunroof button in place. Unless the molding and the it's that thing right there. It looks just like the molding. I don't know. You can obviously see that the headliner is number 12. Then we have the little like the handle for the sunroof. I think the shade is 17 and the shade is 18. Various motors, screws, wires. But anyway, here's the sunroof assembly. And as you can see, 22 is the front passenger side tubing, and 23 is the rear passenger side tubing, which I'm assuming runs down the pillar there, probably down in there. And then of course just the sunroof assembly itself, the glass, and probably the other component. I don't know. Anyway, so that pretty much breaks down the sunroof system on the Aztek. Now, originally I was going to see if I could find the tubes from the bottom and work my way up, kind of like what I tried to do with my mom's Sportage, which had an aftermarket sunroof and turned out to be a complete disaster when I was trying to do it. Ended up finding it. They ran the tubes down these pillars here, but they were completely not done right. So my mom took it to a company nearby who specializes in sunroofs and stuff, and they rerouted the tubes and cleaned them out, and now she hasn't had any issues with her sunroof at all. So I don't know, from the diagram it looks like the tubes aren't that long unless they just shortened it for the picture, but my guess is it might follow a similar route. Somebody said that they might actually route them in through the door, through the, you know, where the wiring usually goes through. The tube might be running through there, and then it drains out of the door. So I don't know, but since I was able to get the headliner out a little bit, and like I said, you know, we'll have to pull some more of it down to get a little bit easier. But there's the tube right there, that black thing. So that's one drain tube. So I'll just gonna pull it off. I'm gonna pull it off the obviously the sunroof assembly, and all I have today is some compressed air. So I'm just gonna put the nozzle of the compressed air up to it, and we'll try to shoot some stuff out of it. Now the sunroof does work. I had it open that day. It's very, very weak though, and I don't think because the motor's bad or anything, it seems to be fine. But I had to guide it along because the track is so rusted and dry. Like, nobody has done any kind of greasing to that assembly probably since the car's been new. So I sprayed some PB Blaster on it because that's all I really had, and it seems to move a little easier now, but I'm gonna have to grease them up. Now, on the day that I opened it, there was a puddle of water on the passenger side, so that explains that the leaking was coming, it's coming from a drain tube, or there might be something blocking. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense, would it? Yeah, it might. Something up there is blocked, so we're just gonna spray some air. But yeah, so we're gonna dismantle the driver's side, and we're also gonna see if there happens to be a tube over here. But from what the diagram shows, there's only 2 drains total on this car, and I don't know, so I guess we're going to find out. Now, hopefully I'll be able to get to the back one with as much as I could bring down. If not, I'm going to have to probably take this molding off of this pillar. Probably have to take the seatbelt bracket off, maybe. So I don't know. Hopefully this will go okay. But from what I can see so far, getting the headliner down really isn't too bad. We have to take off the trim for the pillar there, which is laying here on the dashboard. So that pillar just pops right off. There's like, I think 2 of those little snap-in things. Take the button off. I actually took the button off completely because I didn't want to get ruined with the water leaking. It was actually leaking like in behind the button, But I put it back on because I wanted to see if I can open this and stuff. So it's just hanging there right now. But you're gonna want to pull this off. This is the thing, that holds the button in place. And then this, and then undo the visor. Now there's a wire there because there's lights on these visors, but there's 3 screws. They are like a Torx screw. I'll find out what the size is for you here in a second. But it's just hanging. I'm going to have to take this one off. I honestly don't know how to get that off, so I'm just going to let it maybe hang. I don't know. I don't end up breaking it either way, but I'll see how you get that off. Can't really find any kind of tang or anything, so I'm not sure how you get that unplugged, but I'll look at it. And then we're going to undo this, take that off, and then, once this was done over here, it just kind of, popped right out, so I think the visor helps keep this in place. So once all of these other ones are out, it probably will come down just as easy. This is broken, I just recently found out also, so the clip that kind of holds the sunroof or the sun visor in place so it doesn't come out. It just... So I'm probably going to have to replace that. This one seems like it's still in place, but you can see how this one's pushed in. So, let's get to it. Let's try to get this pillar off over here. I think this was already broke. Oh, I think it is, because that piece isn't coming with it. Let's see. The other one came off really easy. Oh yeah, see, it's stuck in there. I might have to glue this back on. Oh, wow. Yeah. T20. A T20 Torx. I'm going to use my impact gun. I think it still has battery life. It's got to be a little bit faster and easier to do it that way. It might not work. My thing's not long enough, I don't think. Aww. Now I'm hoping that these will go back in just as easy as they came out. I will put these in here. I got the other ones sitting on the floor on the passenger side all grouped together. There's a lot more stuff over here obviously that I get to clean out soon, because a lot of this stuff we don't really need in here anymore. Same with the stuff in the back. So yeah, soon. Oh, that's so much easier. Yay. Okay. The light doesn't really, there it goes. The light on my little machine here doesn't help much because of the angle that the screw's in. Alright. Okay, so it looks like there is a tube on the driver's side also, from what I can see. So, for some reason that picture doesn't show 4 tubes, it only shows 2. So it's a good thing I checked. Alright, so it's creasing a little bit. I'm probably going to end up taking all this off also, unfortunately. The handles, I don't know how those are held on. I don't feel any screws around there. So maybe they're actually pieced in with this particular molding, I don't know. But we're probably going to have to take this seatbelt off, unfortunately. Okay, so the seatbelt thing is off. The nut didn't want to come off with the impact, so got to use the hand tool. It was a little bit easier. Tried to break the torque on it. And this is loose, so you don't want to lose that. So, okay, so that's off. And I don't know, I guess I'll just try to set it down here somewhere. I don't know. Now it looks like this top piece sits inside the bottom piece. So try to pry that out. Might have to go to the other side. Might have to actually pull this entire bottom piece off to keep this from getting in the way. I don't know. So let's open the door. That should be good enough. Try to sneak that off of there. So now I just got to try to pry this off from some point. Maybe we can get to another piece of the headliner. Okay, so this molding is completely off. I don't think I broke anything, so that's good. All those tangs are still there. Yeah, the handle bolts on like that. It's got a weird little assembly going on. Interesting. So, cool. Ooh, a ground wire. I wonder what that goes to. So now we can get a little bit better view. Kind of. And it's not as open as I was hoping it was going to be. You know what that means, right? Probably going to have to take the light off. What, one screw? And maybe this has to be pried off. Oh, it kind of changes back here. Tyler's here. Okay, so the good news is that's the back tube, so I can kind of get to it a little bit, but there's styrofoam up here now, so maybe from the front. You know,
I beat you at your own game.
I forgot you had that.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really recording. but we're gonna pretend they am for the sake of your video. So here we are.
Well, now what if I wanted to use that footage?
There's no memory
There's
card.
footage that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Well, you have this guy.
Oh, I haven't got to meet him yet.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
That's Obi.
Obi.
Oh, he's so excited.
I just saw a picture.
Here, Obi, come out the window. Look.
Hi, Obi. I just saw a picture of him, and I was like, this dog is adorable.
Tyler. Oh.
Hi. Oh, you're so nice.
Jumping out. Hey, I'll trade you cameras.
Yeah, we can do that.
This is, what is this one? A handy cam?
I don't know.
This is yeah, it's a handy cam, 3.1 megapixels. Really nice.
Okay. He knows.
And I'll take whatever you got. What you got here?
This is a Q-Mox.
Okay.
It's got a bunch of accessories.
Alright, you want the dog too?
No!
I'll take the dog.
Dog. Yeah, he's just going on a trip with us.
Where you guys going?
This is it.
Is it?
No, we're going to the
And then we're
dollar.
gonna go pick up some.
I want chips and dips so bad.
Okay, so the other side is all torn up now. On this pillar piece, I broke the two things up there, so it's kind of separating from the spine, which means it's going to rattle probably. We don't want to lose that. Hopefully not. I might take it in the house and try to glue them on there, maybe. I don't know if that's possible because of how they're designed. I'll think of something. I want to do it to that other piece too, but everything else came off pretty easily, kind of. So, same thing over here. Undid the light. And, yeah, so with this side down a little bit, that tube is not that far. It's right there. So we should be able to get to both back tubes also. So all three tubes, or all four tubes, sorry, are accessible. So we should just be able to pull them off. They're on there pretty good, actually, so carefully try to pull them off. Oops, there's still some water in it. And I guess we'll just shoot some air through here. We'll shoot some air through there, and then we'll get to the other tubes and do the same thing. I can't really tell where that routes to. Does that go down the pillar like I was thinking, or is it going to... I think it goes into the pillar over here. I don't think it routes itself back. That wouldn't make any sense. I think it would go down here. Alright, so let me get the air and we'll get started. That's all that I have, unfortunately, right now. I've got that compressor in the house, but I don't have any tools with it. Okay, let's go try to do the back one. I might need both hands for the back, so I might not be able to really film it, but you guys get the idea. I'm going to go around, we'll pull all the tubes off, shoot some air through them, and hopefully it'll be good enough to unclog whatever. Okay, so all four tubes were taken off and cleaned and put back into place. Except for the first two, because we're going to open the roof and I'm going to shoot some air through there and see, you know, whatever. So hopefully it'll work decently without my assistance. Yeah, it's actually a lot better. Like I said, it was so rusty up here. Like, look at that. Nobody's done anything with this sunroof in years. I'm not gonna be able to get to the back drains from up here because of the glass, and I'm not taking the glass off. But anyway, we should be able to pour some water down here, and of course, you know, it should be going into the drains once we hook everything back up. Sounds clear. Let's go to the next one. This tube here was full of water when I unplugged. I don't know. Alright. And like I said, the back ones, I can't get the can through there. If I took the lines off again, yeah, I can't get the can through there. So we'll just see what happens. Let's put the hose back on. These feel like they're snug, so I don't think they're leaking from the, the outside of the hose. They fit on there pretty good. We'll put the other one on and then we'll dump some water in there. Okay, there we go. All of them are in place. Where's the other one? So dark. There it is. Okay, so yeah, that's in there. And the other one's in there. Okay. Okay, I don't see anything yet. The car's at an angle, so it's going to be kind of hard to see what the deal is with the back drains. Let's go to the other side. Right. I don't hear or see anything dripping from that side so far, so this is the side that I originally saw that was plugged up when I opened up the roof. It's snowing, so there's snow coming in the car, but whatever. This tube does have a little kink in it though. I don't know if that's from me or if it's always been like that, but the water doesn't seem like it's gonna leave if it's up high like that. So I don't know. I don't know if that's an issue. That's how it's always been. You can tell from the angle of it, it's like, pressed in there. Pouring some water in. I don't see it, but it's draining. Oh look, okay. All right. So the drain tube's right under there. How's it look up here? Oh, it's sitting there. Oh, I got some on the track. Oh well. Yeah, look at that. So now it's... Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. So now it's not going anywhere. It's going to start dripping inside. Yep, there it is. Alright. So I wonder why it stops. It's not leaking from the hose, though, which is good. And it looked like it was coming out at a decent pace the first few times, and then just kind of stopped, and then it sits in there and it starts going all over everything. Yeah, so if I take that off, let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like it goes through just fine from here, so this is probably the culprit here, this tube. Okay, so I actually took the hose and I kind of blew it out with my mouth to see if it was clogged or anything, and it feels fine. Oh, there we go. It sounded like it was going through that time. Maybe I washed away some dirt. Oh, that sounds a lot better. Well, that's good. Maybe that's all it needed. Compressed air probably just wasn't good enough. But I had a feeling this was the culprit line anyway, because of all the water that was pulled in there. Alright, I took the driver's side one back off. Did the, blew it out with my mouth. And more water came out of it. I didn't have the towel because it's over there. Oh man, I got my sun visor all soaked. Darn. Oh well. So it's coming through now. But yeah, so I think that might have done it. Now the back ones, like I said, I can't really get to. I'm not too concerned about the back ones at the moment because whatever gets in there should go to the front because of the angle the car is sitting at. So it seems like both of these seem to be okay now. That one's really good. You can hear that one. And other than the snow, I don't see anything else coming through. The water's draining. And yep. So I think we're done. I think we're done here. They seem to be in working order now, so let me reassemble the car. I just don't want the headliner to sit like this, so I'll get the visors back on, and then I can probably get everything else on, you know, no problem. Close it up. I'm still really surprised that it actually works. Wasn't sure if it was going to work or not when I bought it, but it does. It just needs a little more maintenance in the near future, that's all. Alright, so it's really coming down now. I was hoping we'd be done with the snow, but we had a really bad windstorm a couple of, like last week, and all of this miscellaneous wood is just scattered all over my neighbor's yard and stuff. Some of it's in the driveway. I don't know. Okay, so I got the front part of the headliner back on. I didn't really put this back up. It's kind of hanging, but I'll try to wedge it on there. There it goes. All right, so this is all back together now. I switched the broken thing over here. That it was over here. I switched it and put it over here, but it's still doing it. So I think the visors might just be worn. So I wonder if that's going to be like a problem when you're driving, and is it like gonna shake out or something? I don't know. Trying to get these back in's a pain. Well, actually trying to get all of these screws in the ceiling, it was a pain, but it worked out okay. Everything's tightened up, so this is all in place. I'm gonna leave the button off for a little bit, make sure that we don't have any issues, but I don't know, I think we're good. Got the lights in the back hooked back up, and the only thing I'm gonna do is the seat belts and stuff, but I want to fix a couple of those pieces before I do that, so I'm just going to leave those off for the time being. But that's it. So if you were wondering how to fix or locate the stuff for the sunroof on your Aztek, or if you're just watching me do it because you're having a good time, that's how you do it. At least that's how I do it. And I think we should be okay at this point. What else? The car's been on for a long time because I was getting cold, so I've had the heat on. It's been on for a long time. No overheating issues. It's still running smooth. I'm sure all the pressure is, you know, leaving the radiator with the leak and whatnot. So hopefully by the end of this month I could do the radiator job. Hopefully. Other than that, that's it. I'm ready to shut it down. So, if you guys enjoyed this, found it interesting, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Also, check out teespring.com/store/Mike'sVehicleSpotlight for all of your MVS and vlog merchandise. That's all that I've got for today. So, I'll finish this up sometime this week. Hopefully, I can glue those parts and they won't be a nuisance in the future. The snow's still coming down. It's really coming down. Whew. That's it, guys. I'll see you next time. So thanks again for watching. Take care.